Howdy Doody Mates, my name is Shayu Defeat and I'm your coach of the New England Chronons. This week we're going against the Beaks and Coach Eric, as you can see on screen. So this week was kind of interesting, for sure, leading up to it. Me and my friends, while practicing, we got into like an awkward situation between the two of us, and technology did not help us out in that week. Because I explained to him the story, what was going on behind the scenes. We had a good laugh about it, so there's no bad blood between the two of us. But and then there was like I did a trade this week. I decided to go ahead and use one of my free agents trade. So I traded away my Galarian Mr. Mime in order to grab Vanillux that one of the other coaches traded away to get a Heliolisk. Yeah, Heliolisk. So that that was very good for me. I was really happy I got that pickup because it gave my team a little bit more bulk, and it gave my team access to things like Aurora Veil and another screen setter. I have 3 Pokemon that can set screens for me. Will I ever use them? I won't say, because I still got a whole another 8 weeks to go. But this week I was really panicking because I was really scared of his Morpeko, his Dragovish, and his Aromatisse. Those Pokemon scared me so much because, like, with looking at my team, like, I have like a really bad Fairy type weakness, but I'm able to like balance it out with the Pokemon that I own. So getting into the battle, I went ahead and started off with Crawdon. As you guys saw, I decided to pick Crawdon. You know, my mascot gotta lead the way for us. You gotta set the tone. So he sends out Salazzle. I send out Crawdon, which is also named Arsene. I tried to roll the R right, but I'm sorry. Arsene. So I have Arsene out. I'm debating whether or not to go for the Aqua Jet right now, or maybe like wait and see. I knew Aqua Jet would one shot, but I just didn't know what he was going to go for, and I didn't want him to switch out to anything. So I decided to just go ahead and go for the knockoff. Because for a small chance that he stood in, I still knocked him out if he held an item. Because this is an adaptability Crawdon, which is a really good set. So, you guys probably also noticed I ran X Scissors. That X Scissors was just for the Morpeko and also the Rillaboom, if you brought it. But this was a really good set for me to use. So he brings out Giyu. I want to say it's Giyu. So he brings out Giyu. I want to go ahead and go for the knockoff. That does incredible damage from what I thought it was going to do. I thought it was going to do little to nothing. But my boy Arsene knows how to do a little damage. So I decided he's going to go for a fire type move. There will be no reason why he didn't go for a fire type move. I just go ahead and go into on our Vileplume, which is max HP, max special attack. He goes for a Draining Punch, which does nothing. Well, it does something. I'm not going to play it off like it did nothing, but this next thing happened. Effect Spore. So Effect Spore, if it made contact with me, it has a 30% chance of either getting paralyzed, slept, or poisoned. So I got really lucky and went for sleep. So a little something about the rules in our league. There's a sleep clause saying I can't put more Pokemon to sleep on his team. So I can't just have my thing Choice Scarf, Sleep Powder, put everything to sleep. If you had one Pokemon to sleep, I can't put anything else to sleep. But if he does it to himself, say in that instance I already had one Pokemon to sleep and he put and then Effect Spore put another Pokemon to sleep, I had no power in that to stop that from happening. So so that was one of the things I hope he understood, that I didn't have any control over Effect Spore, so I didn't really have an option for it. So I purposely did not put any of his Pokemon to sleep, even though I had a sleep powder. But so we go for we're gonna go ahead and go into Ryuji, and we're gonna click the Flare Blitz. It's an obvious play. It's very predictable. But what people don't realize, Flareon is such a good mon. Like, it has base 130 attack that matches a Machamp. Like, that to me is just crazy. Its move pool is what's holding it back, I believe, the most, is because it has some good special attack moves, but it doesn't have that many good offensive physical moves. So like the best set I could give it was like Iron Tail, Double Edge, Superpower, and Flare Blitz. So that's the best I could have done for it. So he goes ahead and Dynamaxes. This is supposed to be a Gigantamax Pokemon. Actually, this is Gigantamax. Yeah, that is. I don't know why it looks so. I think it's because I'm used to seeing the Pokemon Showdown version. Pokemon Showdown like has it like more like feels like it's more like I don't know how to describe it. If I remember during the editing, I'll put it up on screen, show you guys what I meant. But so this is Gigantamax. And I got it down to a really good amount, so I was able to just go ahead and send Arsene and just click Aqua Jet. So even though Ryuji didn't get a kill this week, it did a lot more for me than week 1, where I misclicked and swapped it into a Rock Slide Choice Band Caparaja. So very happy with my plays there. I was able to use Flareon to a better extent than last week, so I'm very happy about that. Have nothing to complain about that, actually. So here comes Durant. So a lot of people sleep on Durant. He gets first impression, and that was the first thing that came to mind when he sent that thing out. But like, it's got to be first impression, because first impression is base 70 move and it moves first, but it's like fake out. It's like a fake out. It doesn't flinch, but it hurts. So here we go again with effects 4. So sleep clause. I was not, as long as I didn't put him to sleep. Like if I didn't click sleep powder, I didn't break the rules, because I have no control over the Pokemon's ability. Because for anything that could have just gone to paralysis or poison. He just got really bad luck with getting sleep again, which forces him to switch out yet again. So in this one, we both swapped. I went up to the main man, Joker. So Joker, I thought he was gonna go for the fake out again. I don't know what he was like trying to. I don't know what he was trying to do. But I was assuming he was going to try to go for a fake out. Really, in all honesty, I thought if he would have went for like Sludge Bomb or Sludge Wave, that would really hurt. But I'm glad he didn't. So he goes for fake out, and since I'm Gigantamax, it doesn't get the flinch. So they're able to just go ahead and I was able to go ahead and kill it with one shot with G-Max Snooze. So I was very happy about that. G-Max Snooze, if you don't know, it's Grimmsnarl's signature Gigantamax move. It has a 50% chance to inflict drowsiness, which is Yawn. So it's really good. So this was kind of like the scary part for me. G-Max Snooze, again, I don't know like if that can be considered I'm trying to put him to sleep. I wasn't trying to put him to sleep. I was just going for damage because all I had was Fire Punch after that, and I go like, well, I'm gonna click Fire Punch on this thing. But go ahead and go for a G-Max Snooze. Trying to get something going. So this does a lot of damage to his Dragovish, which I'm very happy about. So I grew drowsy, so he had two options. Try to hit me again or swap out. Obviously the best play for him would have been to swap out Tanjiro, which is Demon Slayers. So his theme team I think is Demon Slayers, and my theme team is Persona. So everyone in this draft league has like a little theme to their team that they try to do. Mine is Persona, his is Demon Slayer, Kato Critic, coach of the Nashville Slashers, is doing Disney. All these guys are great people, by the way. I've grown like a couple of new friends here in the draft league with Arts, Amungus, just to name a few. But all these guys that I'm playing in the draft league with are incredible guys. Eric, the guy I'm playing right now, huge shouts to him. I had to keep delaying our battle today because of personal issues that was going on in my life. So I appreciate him pushing back his schedule for me. That was very generous of him. He didn't have to do that. But getting back to the battle, so at this point, I just went ahead and just gone for the kill, letting Vileplume pick up a kill on its debut match, which is great. I love having my Pokemon have debut match kills, because last week was a tone setter for the team. It didn't really go as good as I thought it was going to go last week. Sure, the misclick probably didn't help a lot, but I really enjoyed it. I think I did pretty good with what I had and what I did last week. But this week, I had a chip on my shoulder. So I sent out Arsene just to come in. So I thought I was going to go for Will-O-Wisp. And if it did, I had the Lumberry, would have healed it off, would have been good. I would full send it. So now all I do is, I was thinking about Dragon Dancing, but I decided not to go for it. I just decided, I just think the best player at that point was to just go for the knockoff. If I knock off that Eviolite, it becomes a lot easier for my team to handle. Because the one thing I didn't want it to do was have Eviolite Strength Sap. This was the fastest I've ever gotten rid of a Corsola, a Galarian Corsola. That was the fastest I ever knocked one out. So I'm very happy about that result. Next comes out his Durant. So there's not much I could really say. He tried to go for a turn 1 first impression. Didn't really get Wake Up. Go for Aqua Jet. But like, oh man, I was sitting there going like, this thing's gonna wake up and just rock me. Go for Aqua Jet again. I mean, I was just checking and be like, oh, is it still disabled? So I just kept going for Aqua Jet because I didn't want to set up a Dragon Dance and then him waking up and effing me up. But, oh, you thought. So disabled finally wore off, but I wasn't going to give him the chance to wake up that turn. So I just go ahead and knock him out with Aqua Jet. So after that, all he had left at this point was Dragovish, which is still something like really good to have for your last Mon if you really had to. So I was expecting the Fish's Rend. They were like, okay, he's going to lock himself into a move. He's going to lock himself into Fish's Rend. But looking at my team, this play that he does is very smart. Because if I would have misclicked again and decided to go into my Hydreigon, that could have been a bad situation to be in. Like, it was still playable. It was still been playable from that point. Because all we had done is just trick the Lagging Tail on it and let Vileplume come in and Moonblast. But Hydreigon Slickly has Choice Scarf as well, max speed, max special attack, and all I have to do is just click Dragon Pulse, and that will be GG. So, like I said in this video, this was a great battle between both of us. He has nothing to be ashamed about that battle. Like, he played that battle excellent. It's just that he got screwed over a lot because of the FX Spore. Big shout out to him, because you know what, that team right there, that was scary. Like that to me, like that would have like destroyed my whole entire team if I didn't get lucky with the FX Spore. And so at this point in the battle, it's like, okay, you did it, Shade, you did it. Now what? And it's like, now I'm just trying to like get ready for week 3. I haven't even looked at the team yet. facing, but week 3, I'm hoping to go ahead and continue on this little winning streak that I'm having. Right now, your New England Chronos are now 1-1, which is very excellent, to say the very least, especially coming off that shaky start. So I'm now 1-1. I believe both Beaks are now 0-2, but he has a good team and he's a great player. I believe that he's going to probably turn his season around. I at least hope so. I hope to see him in playoffs, or if not playoffs, hope to see him in a championship run. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and probably call it from here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.